So thank you, Dr. Amit, for the wonderful talk, and it was really insightful. And I hope the students got a lot of insights. So with that, I would just like to, uh, present that, guys. We also, run the similar as Dr. Amit has just, said what you have to learn and all. We have. This diploma, 6-month skill development value-added diploma course in artificial intelligence and machine learning for clinical research and pharmaceutical industry, and that is we have two courses in that. One is basic, one is advanced. And if you look into the syllabus, this is all Python for pharma, data manipulation, statistical analysis for pharma, machine learning basics, and then the capstone project. And then in the advanced, we have deep learning for pharma and NLP, and deep learning for pharma, again GitHub collaborations, advanced AI project. So we have all this, and we are modifying every year because we run just two batches every year. For last 2 years we are running it. So this year we are launching our fifth batch in June. So if you're interested, you can join us definitely. But along with that, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for your questions, and thank you, Dr. Amit, for this wonderful session. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And guys, so we will move on to the next session. Next session is by Dr. Nisa. Okay, so yeah. Next session is on the latest Indian clinical trial guidelines by Miss Nisa Abdul Khader. So Miss Nisa is working as the Research Associate 3 at MAHE-ICMR Technical Resource Center for Evidence Synthesis at Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. She is a medical biochemist with a very strong academic and research credentials, currently serving as, I told, Research Associate 3 at TRC of Evidence Synthesis. So nearing completion of the doctoral research in nephrology, focused on community-based studies of chronic kidney disease progression. So she demonstrated the abilities to independently manage the research projects, collaborate within interdisciplinary teams, and adapt to evolving the scientific methodologies. So, she has a vast experience in, microbiology, biochemistry, and then in nephrology. So with that, guys, I'll not delay it. I will, hand over the session to Miss Nisa. Over to you, Miss Nisa. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good evening, everyone. I hope my video is visible.
Yes, it's absolutely
Yes,
visible.
and the audio is clear.
Yes, please go
Yes.
ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for such a wonderful introduction, sir. It's a pleasure to be speaking with you today about the updated Indian clinical trial guidelines. I shall be actually switching off my video if you don't mind, because
Sure. Please,
the
surely.
network is very feeble here because of the rain. I don't
Yes.
want this to hamper our session. Yes. Okay. So let me share my screen. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, Nisa, it is. Please just make it full screen. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Is
is.
it visible now? Okay.
Yes, please go ahead. Thank you.
So our objectives today are threefold. First, we will explore the key provisions of NDCTR 2019 and what makes it different from previous rules like Schedule Y. Second, we will examine the structure and expectations of ethics committees, a crucial pillar in clinical trial governance. Finally, we will understand the trial approval process right from application to inspections and post-trial responsibilities. So let me take you back to a British naval ship in the year 1747. Sailors were falling sick, their bodies weak, gums bleeding, and many dying, victims of mysterious disease. We now call it as scurvy. On board was a young Scottish naval surgeon. He had a simple but revolutionary idea. What if we compared different treatments to see what actually worked? He took 12 sick sailors and gave each pair a different remedy: cider vinegar, seawater, even elixir of vitriol. But one lucky pair received 2 oranges and a lemon a day. Within 6 days, they were up and walking, while the others lay unchanged. The small experiment with just 12 sailors and 6 treatments became one of the first recorded clinical trials in history. And today, as we talk about the latest Indian guidelines for clinical research, we are building on that legacy, refining how we test, protect, and innovate, all to ensure that our science serves our people ethically and effectively. So, who is he? Can you all say that? Anyone, one from the audience. Can you do the guesswork, please?
Okay, let me open their chat box. Yes, guys, you can chat now. You can just guess.
Any guesses? Sorry, I'm not able to see my chat box. Okay. Absolutely. He is James Lind, and he is called as the father of clinical trials. And that was the first clinical trial, actually. And he was the first one to introduce control into experiment. Now, what is a clinical trial? So, imagine this. A scientist discovers a new drug that could potentially treat a serious illness. It's shown promise in. Hello?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Am I still there? Because I lost my Wi-Fi, I
No,
suppose.
no, no. You are. Please go ahead.
Okay, yeah, sure. So, yeah. So this new drug actually it has shown promise in the lab, maybe even in animals. But here's a big question. Will it actually work in humans? And more importantly, is it safe? Okay. This is where clinical trials come in. A clinical trial is carefully designed research study that tests new medical approaches like drugs, treatments, or devices on people to see if they are safe, effective, and better than existing options. Think of it as the bridge between a scientific idea and a real world patient care. Without clinical trials, we would have no way of knowing if a new therapy saves lives or if a new vaccine protects us from a disease. But clinical trials aren't just about treatment. They can also test new ways to prevent illness, diagnose diseases earlier, or improve the QOL, that is the quality of life for people living with chronic conditions. So, why are they important? Because every medicine we use today, from antibiotics to cancer immunotherapy, exists because of clinical trials. They are the gold standard for finding out what works, what doesn't, and what needs to be improved. They turn hope into evidence and evidence into healthcare. And most importantly, they are done ethically, carefully, with strict guidelines to protect participants, ensuring science moves forward, but never at the cost of safety. So, when we talk about clinical trials, we are really talking about the future of medicine, one tested step at a time. So, do you know this? Have you heard of NDCTR 2019? Hmm? Anyone?
Yes, guys, reply.
Yes? No? Okay. Can you name an international equivalent? And I think when you say that you don't know about it, maybe you don't know about how many chapters, schedules, forms it includes. Okay, don't worry. By the end of this talk, you will be confident in answering all of these. Okay? So, what is NDCTR 2019? The New Drugs and Clinical Trial Rules 2019 were notified by Government of India in the exercise of powers under Section 12(1) and Section 33(1) of Drugs and Cosmetic Acts 1940. Though formulated in 2018, these rules officially came into force on 19th March 2019. They were developed to streamline the approval process for new drugs and clinical trials while ensuring ethical and scientific standards. The most recent amendment to these rules was made through GSR 778E, dated 14th October 2022, reflecting ongoing efforts to update and refine regulatory practices. The rules were issued by Central Drug Standard Control Organization, CDSCO, which is the national regulatory authority responsible for drug safety and efficacy in India. These rules apply comprehensively to new drugs, investigational new drugs for human use, clinical trials, bioequivalence studies, bioavailability studies, and ethics committees. By defining the responsibility of sponsors, investigators, and ethics committees, the rules aim to protect the rights and safety of trial participants while also promoting faster access to innovative treatment. Now, key term, that is academic clinical trial. What is this? Okay. One important classification under these rules is academic clinical trial. This refers to trials initiated by academic researchers or institution using an already approved drug for a different indication, dose, or route. For example, testing metformin, traditionally used for diabetes for its anti-cancer properties. Okay, it is usually by the principle of apoptosis. Because of that, what happens is the cancer cell dies. Okay, and this is done purely for academic research. There is no commercial gain in this. This trial would not require approval from the Central Licensing Authority if it is strictly for academic purpose.
वो फीडबैक फॉर्म दे दूंगा
I think there is some disturbance. Okay.
मैं तो अभी उसलिए मेरा
Please go ahead, Dr. Nisa. And I think it was a glitch. Yeah, please go ahead. Hello. Nisa, you have to open your mic. Nisha, unmute yourself, please.
Now am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, so I think I was here.
Yes.
Authority and officers. Okay. The Central Licensing Authority, or CLA, is essentially the Drugs Controller General of India, that is DCGI, operating under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. It has the authority to approve clinical trials, inspect facilities, and ensure adherence to NDCTR provisions, assistant drugs controller support in execution and monitoring. Now, coming up to Independence Ethics Committee. The composition, ethics committee for clinical trial, bio-E and bio-A studies. So ethics committee play a crucial role in safeguarding participants' rights and well-being. NDCTR 2019 mandates that an EC should have at least 7 members, including a layperson, a woman, a legal expert, and an independent member from fields like ethics, philosophy, or social work. At least 50% of the members must be unaffiliated with the host institution, ensuring unbiased oversight. The roles and conflicts of this: every clinical trial must be approved by a registered ethics committee. Importantly, members with a conflict of interest, say by a co-investigator or financially linked to the sponsor, must step away from the review process. Their recusal must be documented transparently in meeting minutes. This is a critical part of ensuring ethical impartiality. Next is ethics committee record keeping. Ethics committee are also responsible for meticulous documentation. They must maintain records of protocols, case report forms, SAEs, compensation recommendations, and all approval or rejection. Renewal of EC registration must be done via Form CT01. These records can be audited by regulatory authorities at any time. Okay. So, conducting clinical trials. No clinical trial can begin without a dual approval, without dual approvals. First, from the Central Licensing Authority using Form CTs Not 4, and second from the Registered Ethics Committee. Each trial site must be overseen by its own EC. The process ensures that each study meets scientific and ethical standards before touching even single patient. Next is the bioavailability and bioequivalence centers. For bioavailability and bioequivalence studies, which are essential in generic drug approval, NDCTR mandates pre-inspection of study centers. Application for such studies are made via Form CT16, and if approved, permission is granted using Form CT17. These inspections ensure that centers have the infrastructure and capability to conduct trials safely and scientifically. Next, about trial inspection and suspension. The CLA reserves the right to inspect trial sites using Form CT06 and CT4A. If any violation of safety protocols or ethics are found, they can suspend or cancel the trial license. Okay. This regulatory power acts as a deterrent to malpractice and ensures continued adherence to guidelines throughout the study. So there was a transition from Schedule Y, right? NDCTR 2019 completely overrides Part 10A and Schedule Y of the Drugs and Cosmetics rules for human use. In other words, Schedule Y is no longer applicable to new drug trials in India. NDCTR is now the standard. This streamlining has brought Indian regulatory mechanisms closer to global standards and is especially beneficial for international collaboration. So let me explain this a little bit. Earlier, as I told, clinical trials in India were regulated by Schedule Y under the Drugs of Cosmetic Rules, right, 1945. However, as the clinical research landscape grew more complex and globally integrated, Schedule Y was found to be outdated and lacking in clarity, especially regarding timelines, ethics, and transparency. To address these gaps, the government of India introduced the new drug and clinical trial rules. Okay, that is of 2019. This marked a significant shift, bringing in streamlined approval process, clearer roles for ethics committees, provision for compensation, and timelines for regulatory decisions. The new rules are aligned more closely with global standards, ensuring better protection for participants and encouraging quality research in India. Okay. And next thing, wait a minute. Okay. I told you that, the guidelines is updated via GSR 778E. Okay, New Drugs and Clinical Trials, that is Third Amendment 2022. Okay, has a part of India's ongoing reforms to modernize its regulatory framework for clinical trials. This was actually issued. This amendment to New Drugs and Clinical Trial Rules 2019 reflects a strategic push towards greater transparency, efficiency, and the global alignment in drug regulation. What are the key highlights of these? Okay, first one is deemed approval for ethics committees. If the Central Licensing Authority, that is CLA, does not respond within 45 working days to an application for registering an ethics committee for clinical trials or that is bioavailability or bioequivalence studies, the registration is deemed granted. Okay. Next one is deemed approval for manufacturing permissions. If the CLA fails to communicate a decision within 90 working days on an application to manufacture new or investigational drugs for clinical use or analysis, the permission is deemed granted. And also, the third one is QR code or barcode mandate. A key aspect of the amendments is the introduction of QR codes or barcodes on the labels of top 300 brands of drugs as identified by national list of essential medicines. Okay, and yeah, so what is the significance? So the significance of this is accelerated timelines, reduces delays in initiating trials and manufacturing, enhance regulatory accountability, it enforces clear response deadlines, and improved drug safety and traceability. Barcoding supports digital tracking of drug products from production to end use. And then is global best practices. It aligns India's regulations more closely with international norms. Where science meets ethics, progress is born. Thank you to the guardians of clinical trial guidelines for paving the path to safer, smarter healthcare in India. I'm open for questions now. Sir,
Hello. Yes.
yes, yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Nisa. Thank you for the wonderful session. And
Thank you, sir.
guys, do you have any questions? I have shared the feedback form. So whoever wishes to, fill the feedback form, they can fill, and we are going to share the names of the winners anyways right now. Okay, so please go ahead with the feedback form as well. Anyone has any question, please, write in the chat box. Anyone? Thank you, Nisa, very much for this wonderful session and insightful session on the latest guidelines. And I think this session was very much enlightening because we were talking about AI for last, 1.5, 2 hours, and it was much needed to know about the guidelines as well. And that's how we are completing today's event on the, International Clinical Trial Day. We have, wonderfully successfully done with the with this event. So guys, thank you very much, and thank you all. I would like to thank everyone, and I think we have Dr. Karisma Rathi with us for the vote of thanks. So I would like to invite her for the vote of thanks. Over to you, Dr. Karisma Rathi.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Please go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Research is to see what everybody else has seen and to think what nobody else has thought. Well said by Dr. Albert Sand. Good evening, everyone. As we drawn the curtain on today's meaningful celebration of International Clinical Trial Day 2025, I, Dr. Karishma Rathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmacy Practice, Dr. D.Y. Patil, Nyan Prasad University, School of Pharmacy and Research, Pune. It gives me an immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of CliMed Research Solution India and Dr. D.Y. Patil, Nyan Prasad University, School of Pharmacy and Research, Pune. A special word of thanks to our esteemed inaugural speaker, Professor Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, Senior Vice President, Cadila Pharmaceutical, author of The Leaders with Ladders, Corporate Board Director, Pharma Business Leader, Academic Advisor, and Global Leadership Coach for his inspiring address. Dr. Sohan Chitlange, Principal and Director, Dr. D.Y. Patil, Nyan Prasad University, School of Pharmacy and Research, Pune, for his unwavering
I think Dr. Karisma, we lost due to some technical problems. So, guys, by the time she joins back, let me announce the today's results. Like the quiz yesterday, we have conducted. There were almost 2,000 plus registrations, but 700 plus participants joined live and attempted for the quiz, and we are sharing the results of we are sharing the results of 695 people here. Here are the top 10 participants who got 49 of 50. Actually, there are many who received 49. Actually, 26 people received 49 out of 50, but due to the timelines and everything, we got our 10 top winners in that. Ans Goyal, Falguni, Vogu Soumya, Sumit Ramesh, Sukhbir Singh Tambar, and Dhanadevan KS, Nivedita Pandey, Pragati Nehru, and Kunal Singh Jadon. So I congratulate everyone, and I congratulate actually every participant who participated in this, and reserved wonderful marks, and showed the wonderful knowledge of the clinical research on this in this quiz on the occasion of International Clinical Trial Day, guys. And along with that, I would like to announce to all of you that the people I will be sharing these results in the groups also. So the first people in the yellow will get 20% discounts on our courses, and the people up to rank 100 will get 10% of the discount, and after that they will get the certificate of the participant till the 50% of the marks, like 25 out of 50. So I will be sharing the detailed version in the groups of this, but I again congratulate our 10 toppers. Ans Goyal again, Falguni, Vagu Soumya, Sumit Ramesh, Sukhbir Singh Tambar, and Dhandevan, Nivedita, Pragati, Kunal. Right, guys? So congratulations, everyone. And now over to Dr. Karisma. I think she has joined back.
Uh, yes, sir. Now am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Dr. Sohan Chitlange, Director, Dr. D.Y. Patil, Nyan Prasad University, School of Pharmacy and Research, Pune, for his unwavering guidance and motivation. Dr. Ajit Singh, Founder and CEO of CliMed and Curio, Research Scientist, ICMR, Department of Medicine, Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, for his vision and thoughtful leadership. Our sincere appreciation goes to Dr. Hit Sharma, Medical Director, Medical Affairs, Climate Research and Pharmacovigilance at
I think your voice is disturbing, Dr. Karisma, I believe. Okay, guys, I think I would like to thank everyone of you, whoever have joined this, wonderful event and made this a very successful event, guys. I hope you all have filled the feedback form. We have shared later. You should not come to me like, sir, we did not fill the feedback form. So please fill the feedback form now. Everyone who is in the meeting, who is listening to me, please fill the feedback form. I have shared here, and I have shared even in the YouTube. Okay, and these PDFs I will be sharing in the groups. So I would like to thank our partner, DY Patil, School of Pharmacy, DY Patil the University, School of Pharmacy, Pimpri, Pune, for the very much support and conducting this event. And then I would like to thank Dr. Sohan Chitlange for the unwavering support. I would like to thank Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, our board director, Dr. Hit Sharma sir for the wonderful talk, and then Dr. Amit Agrawal and Nisha for these wonderful sessions, and delivering the best content and making this event successful. So I will not take much time because it's already 9 guys, post 9. So have a good dinner, have a good night, take care, and thank you very much. Your certificates will be delivered by Friday. Okay, everyone, listen to me carefully. Friday. Your certificates will be delivered by Friday night and your results will be shared in the groups right away. Okay, take care and have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us for this event, guys. Thank you. Take care, guys. Please fill the feedback form. Please fill the feedback form, everyone. Okay, there are 2 minutes. You fill the feedback form.